Oh, we love celebrating Christmas in July, and for one lucky home and family viewer, gift giving will be a lot easier this year because why? We're giving away $25,000 from Publishers Clearinghouse. We get to do that. We get to play Santa for a change. You can enter multiple times, but only once each day. So that means you can enter day after day after day after day. The $25,000 winner will be announced on air July 27th. Our Facebook page is the place you need to go to pick up all the details you need.
It's only 3 weeks away, I guess.
Yeah, but just enter every day.
Every day.
Was
that every day?
Wait, I'm not clear. Did you say every day?
Every day. Every day till July 27th. Okay, Candied Fruit is nature's grand prize to all of us. Okay, here it is, Candied Fruit. We are going to learn how to make our own and the science behind it with Dan Kohler, because that's what you do.
That's what I do.
Is there a science behind candied?
Well, there is. So when we preserve food with salt, what do we call it? Curing.
Yeah.
When we preserve food with vinegar, we call it pickling. And when we preserve food with sugar, we call it candying. Exactly. So this is a way that you can preserve the gems of summer or winter, as it were, with sugar. Every one of you have a lemon and a needle in front of you. Yes. If you're afraid of poking yourself, you can put on the thimble that we have so kindly provided. I want you to start poking your lemon. Now, the reason we're doing this is because over the next 8 days, we're going to be soaking these lemons in a warm sugar syrup. And if you don't poke the lemon, the sugar syrup will have a hard time permeating the entire piece of fruit.
Just everywhere, right?
Poke it everywhere.
Poke it.
Yeah, we're going to get it all over.
You have to have a lot of
See, so Alexandra knows where it's at.
She's eating the lemon.
She's eating the lemon.
Because it's cold.
You have to have a lot of pokies in here?
Yeah, the more the better.
Okay.
The more sugar that's going to get in there. Now, the way we candy fruit, it's very easy. It's a very simple process. First, we're going to boil the fruit. So when you guys are ready, you can hand me your lemons. I'll throw them in the boiling water.
How do you know which one is which?
Pass it down.
Just kidding.
Pass it down. Poke. Don't let mine touch Kim's. I don't want mine anywhere close to Kim's.
Thank you. Alexandra, you can keep yours, okay?
Oh, thank you.
She's happy.
Now, they're going to go in there for about an hour. Why are we doing that? When we cook the lemons in water for an hour, we're going to get out some of those bitter flavor compounds that stay in the pith, which is just under the zest, just under the outer yellow coating of the lemon.
It's hard to shave off.
The pith, P-I-T-H.
Yeah, the pith,
Pithy.
part.
When you are pithy, you are sharp, a little bitter, a little acidic.
Interesting.
Comes from citrus.
Over there.
Words learned too. Yeah, wordsmith too. So after that, these lemons, and that's what I have here. This is some lemon that has been boiled for about an hour. We've got whole lemons, and we've also got slices of lemon. You can just do the rind. It will go much quicker. Now, after that, I have a simple syrup right here. That's 700 grams of sugar, 6 cups of water, and 60 grams of corn syrup or honey. Anyone know why I've got the corn syrup honey along with the sugar?
I don't know.
To cut it?
Do you remember our sugar lesson before? So sugar is sucrose, and the syrups are glucose. If you only have sucrose, this syrup can crystallize, and we can get really crusty fruit. But with the interference of glucose, it remains liquid.
Do you have to use the corn syrup?
You have to use a glucose, which is a syrupy sugar. So corn syrup and honey will also do.
Okay.
So I'm going to put these in here, and I'm going to bring this sugar syrup up to a boil. Then simmer for half an hour, put a lid on it, shut the heat off, and just let it sit there in the hot syrup for a day. The next day, 24 hours later, I'm going to come back, bring it up to a boil again, let it simmer for 30 minutes, put the lid on, shut it off. You're going to do that for 8 days in a row. After you have done that, what you have are these beautiful whole candied lemons. Now, what is actually happening? This is a process called osmosis. Now, osmosis is something that we think of as learning
By, like, just you put your book under your pillow and you learn it by osmosis.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So we think of it as latent learning by absorption. Yeah. But actually, osmosis is a scientific term. Osmosis is when you're finding balance. So in this case...
She's learning by osmosis.
She's learning by osmosis. So in this case, we're trying to find the balance between the sugar inside the lemon and the sugar in the syrup surrounding it. Now, because the sugar surrounding it is so concentrated, it will never match what's inside. So slowly, the water from inside the lemon begins to purge, and sugar floods that. We're beginning osmosis. We're trying to balance the sugars, but it will never be completely balanced until the sugar has totally permeated the lemon, in which case it is now preserved. What happens when we're cooking out water? We remove what's called the active water content of a fruit. Now, the active water content is what is necessary for microbes and bacteria to grow. The active water content of a fresh piece of fruit is 0.99. But when we slowly bring it down, all you have to do is get it below 0.91, and all of a sudden microbes and bacterium cannot grow. So that 0.08 differential is filled with sugar. That's how sugar preserves things. It actually gets rid of the water so that things cannot grow.
Can I ask a question?
Please do.
So how do you know exactly when the process is done and it is in fact preserved?
Well, that's a really good question. That's why we go 8 days. You can kind of tell. Look, you can kind of tell just by tasting it. And you've all got some of this in front of you. You've got cherry, pineapple, lemon, orange, and grapefruit.
Could you use pears, apples? What fruit can you not use?
You know, I don't suggest using things that are very soft. So
Like bananas?
plums, bananas, and peaches are going to fall apart in this syrup.
All right.
But you can candy apple. You can candy little whole seckle pears. You know those beautiful. Ginger is perfect.
How long have those been? Sorry.
Pineapple, 8 days. Cherry, 4 days. Lemon, orange, grapefruit, 8 days.
Is this what you make like fruit cake with?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So everyone at home is thinking of fruitcake, right? And
But it's always so dried out.
it's so dry
chewy.
and it's chewy and it's that bright green and bright red
Oh, yeah.
color, right?
It tastes fake, that
It tastes
stuff.
fake. This is how you can get ready for the holidays way in advance. And my favorite part about this, once you've steeped citrus in these syrups for 8 days, not only do you have perfectly candied citrus, but you also have gifts ready to go. First, you can throw the candied lemons in a jar, perfect to give away. And the syrup itself, this is simple syrup, right? But now it's flavored. So you've got orange, you've got pineapple, cherry, and lemon.
You can make martinis out of them.
Right? So all you have to do, come December, throw a ribbon on your jar, throw a tag on it, and hand it over to your neighbor.
Oh, I love it.
Tree won't be the
You
only
can
thing
make
getting lit.
cosmopolitan. Anything that has simple syrup
But
in
the
it.
other thing is,
Mojito?
it smells amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells
The whole
amazing.
process.
Let me tell you, the 8 days that I'm cooking this in my household, it's better than any potpourri you could ever get.
This one here was delicious. I had all of them, but this one is my favorite.
Which one are you on there? Pineapple?
Pineapple.
All right, if you want all the details, they are on our website. And for more ideas from Dan, you can visit renegadekitchen.com.
Can I
As
get my
always,
glass
Dan.
filled up, please?
Yeah, we need to.
Please do.
Some more.
Some more, please.
Thank you. This is great. All right,
Santa, help us out.
Hey, when we come back, a favorite of mine, Ken Wingard, will show you how to make a Christmas tree that'll last all year round. How good is that?